Hello everybody. This is Craig Hellman. I'm a realtor here in Central Florida with Home for Sale Miami, Florida, Incorporated. Even though it says Miami, we do business in the entire state of Florida, from the south part of Florida to the Panhandle, and then some. Anyway, I'm here to go over the ins and outs of a VA home loan, and my mission today is. Uh, One, reviewing the history of the VA home loan. Two, understanding the unique features of the VA home loan. Three, getting to know the four pillars of a VA home loan. And last four, navigating the VA home loan buying process. So with much ado here, let's go in. I'm going to share my screen out here. And let's see. Share it. And I'm going to. There we go. Should be able to see my screen now. And this is actually page one of the webinar here. I'm not going to be spending a lot of time on this, but to go over and give you an idea what it's about. So when time comes to apply for that VA home loan that you're entitled to, having served this country in whatever branch of service that you were in, you can apply for one of these loans. And if you go over the history of the loan, in 1944, the VA mortgage program was a provision of the Servicemen's Readjustment Act in 1944. And this act is often referred to as a GI Bill. So the home loan process is actually part of that particular bill. As we know, there's other parts of it, like the education portion of it. One-time use, the VA mortgage program was originally designed to provide a one-time use home loan benefit. That's no longer the case anymore. They improved on that. Expiration date, the home loan benefits under the original Servicemen's Readjustment Act of 44 put an expiration date on the veterans home loan benefits of 10 years. That's also been changed a long time ago. Okay, VA home loans 101. The VA makes a guarantee to the lending institution for 25% of the loan amount that the VA loan borrower is putting in for, based on the price of the home. First time use, veterans first time use of the VA home loan benefits. There's no loan limit cap, which is pretty cool. That means as long as the service member qualifies for the purchase amount, the VA does not limit or cap the subject purchase amount of the home. This is also very good. The home loan benefit, with using the home loan benefit the service member earned, they now have the ability to buy more house with less out-of-pocket expenses. Also a super cool thing. So never, don't overlook the ability to not use your benefit that you obtained as during the process of serving your country. That's something you earned. Okay, key features of the VA home loan: 100% financing, favorable interest rates, and no monthly mortgage insurance, which is a very, very big thing here. And make sure that take note of that. Okay, unique features of the VA home loan: type of loan, purchase loans, down payment. You have anywhere from none, 5%, but less than 10%, 10% or more. And if you look at the percentage for first time home use, 2.3% of the loan, 1.65, 1.4. You can go over this, look at this video again later on, and of course, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to help you answer any of those other questions that you might have. Going forward here, more unique features of the home loan. And notice at it says there are breakpoints for a down payment. 2.3%, and 1.65%, and percentage for subsequent use, 3.6% and 1.65% as well. Again, go through this at your leisure. And if you have any questions, just give me a holler. The funding fee exemption, if the veteran is receiving compensation for service-connected disability, they are exempt from having to pay the VA home loan funding fee. Yes. I bet you didn't know that. Likewise, if an active duty service member has been awarded the Purple Heart, they are also exempted from having to pay the VA funding fee. Also, though, I know several veterans who have earned their Purple Heart during battle. Non-exemption at closing, the buyer or the seller can pay the VA funding fee. The fee can be paid in full or partially paid. The most common option for the buyer is that the fee is financed in with the loan amount at the time of closing. Makes it a little bit more convenient to pay that way. And the VA home loan benefit eligibility, and this is kind of just a record of the whatever participating missions that the serviceman was engaged in, going all the way back to World War II, up to the Gulf War, and any other active duty situations. So it covers everything. Again, certificate of eligibility. This is probably the most important document to ensure that you get your VA home loan process in a timely fashion. Do not overlook this. This is probably the most important aspect of the whole process. Because if you don't fill it out or you take time putting it in, it can delay the process of the loan. So to get this thing and make sure all the information is filled out correctly, along with your service record, and so you can get processed in a timely manner. Very, 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 very important. I can't stress that enough. And again, here's where the certificate of eligibility, initial qualification is critical. And I just mentioned that it is critical that the lender obtain the veteran's certificate of eligibility, also known as a COE, upon initial qualification. Turn time, 90% of the time, the lender can access the veteran's COE in seconds on the VA portal's website, which is very convenient from the lender standpoint. Corrections, COE corrections currently take about 20 days for the VA to complete, and it could delay your closing date. Make sure, again, I emphasized this before, make sure all the information on your initial submission of the certificate of eligibility has all the information filled in correctly and is current, including any change, maiden name to married name or updated disability records. Make sure that's handled right then and there. Common co-borrower questions. I can't talk today for some reason. Question: can two veterans who are not married to one another jointly purchase a home using VA financing? Answer is yes. Each veteran will be charged 50% of the entitlement required to qualify for the VA home loan. There's your answer right there. And the second question: can a veteran and a civilian who are not married to one another jointly purchase a home using VA financing? And again, the answer is yes, but a 12.5% down payment is required. Common examples: adding parents to the home loan, adding a non-veteran significant other to the home loan. And here we go. We're into the four pillars of the home loan. 1, credit. 2, income and employment. 3, assets. 4, property evaluation and appraisal. We're going to go over these one at a time here. But first, the difference in mortgage lenders. Department of Veteran Affairs, the mortgage company, the VA insures the loan at closing. The VA tasks the lender with evaluating the risk of lending. However, each individual bank evaluations risk differently. The perspective: there are over 5,000 banks in the U.S. who offer VA home loans. There are also 5,000 different versions of the VA home loan. And getting back to the banks or whatever, there are also mortgage lenders that do this privately as well through a broker. So, and I know several of them in the area because being a realtor, I deal with these individuals. Credit. What is credit? Credit is a history of how you repay and utilize your consumer debt obligations, how your payments are being made on time, are currently late on any payments, any defaults, you file bankruptcy or foreclosure. FICO score, the range is 300 to 850. There are 3 major credit bureaus: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Most mortgage lenders use a credit report with all three major credit bureaus to make a loan determination. Credit scores directly impact your ability to qualify for a mortgage. All still important in this case as well. Income and employment. Do you have enough income to justify purchasing this home? All income sources considered: job-related income, retirement, annuities, investment, disability. Formal written verification of employment and employment history probably is required, may be required, but probably is required. Assets. Do you have sufficient funds available to close a loan? That includes checking account, savings account, retirement account, properly sourced gifted funds from a family member, proceeds from the sale of real estate, and also under the importance of a pre-approval review with a trusted loan officer. Find out how much you can afford to purchase, find out how much funds you need at the time of closing, and then find out how much your proposed monthly payment will be. Get this all done ahead of time if you can. If you find a home that you're looking for, this can be figured out ahead of time. Property evaluation and appraisal. VA appraisers determine the reasonable or market value of a property for a VA home loan guarantee purpose. And the VA charges the appraisers with looking out for the health and safety of the service member and wants to make sure they are having a good home for them and their families and a safe home to live in. And you can go over the rest of this in the video when you replay it. Okay, termite severity by region. This is just something that was put into the web presentation. Lines defining areas are approximate only, and you can see that start from the north to the south. The north is slightly impacted as you get down to the southern states and California. Very heavy termites because of the climate, the warm, moist, humid climate, and the weather is more temperate, and and of course in Florida it's semi-tropical to tropical, getting towards South Florida and the Keys area. Okay, VA eligible properties, also very important to consider. Eligible property types: single family home, of course, condo, townhouses, multi-unit up to 4 units, mobile manufactured homes, and new construction. So you veterans are eligible to get into new construction properties. Ineligible property types: commercial property, raw vacant land, undeveloped lots, and secondary investment homes. So these are what you can buy, what you can put the VA loan towards, and what you can't put it towards. And it is mandatory that a service member or another occupant of the home occupy the residence within the first 60 days of closing. That's pretty important. Service member is expecting to live at the property for at least 1 year before they can use their VA eligibility to buy a new primary residence unless a valid change in circumstance occurs. And we go on to read the valid changes in circumstance include deployment, relocation, growing family, ETS, divorce, and death. And here is a conventional versus VA loan financing table. We have a purchase price, the term, the rate, the down payment, the loan amounts, principal and interest, mortgage insurance, total repayment. And if you look at the mortgage insurance paid until 78% of LTV, you have $26,719 additional interest versus VA, $53,210, and plus the down payment, $25,000. That $104,929 is what you would save over the total of your first 108 payments, just for example, which is a big sum of money. So that's something to, like, again, if you're eligible for a VA loan, take advantage of your eligibility for a VA loan. Timelines always work well. Step 1, refer a service member to your trusted mortgage loan officer. And I know, like I said, I know several who handle VA loans in the area who will work with you and make sure the process gets done correctly. Step 2, mortgage loan officer obtains the service member's COE, certificate of eligibility, to solidify their VA pre-approval. You want to make sure this is done, filled out correctly, And if there are any updates that you have to put into it, do those right away. Do not have to go back and make corrections, because again, it would take you up to a 20-day delay in the processing through the VA Veterans Affairs. Step 3, enter into accepted purchase offer with the sellers of a home. And your agent will help you do that for you and negotiate a good price for you. Step 4, closing day. Yay! Everyone does a little happy dance here, and you're on your way to your home ownership as a service member who had utilized his benefits VA loan process and service. Benefits of pre-approval, very important. What are the benefits of a fully underwritten pre-approval review? Offers the best chance to get the service member into contract and give leverage in a multiple offer situation. And the good news there is because of the current market with the interest rates and so on, I'm not running into a situation where there are a whole slew of multiple offers on property. That was maybe a year ago, or less than that actually. But the interest rates have pushed buyers out of the market, so it's not like it used to be almost like a bidding war out there on property, and they would bid up the price of the property to get it well over the listing price of the property. But that because of the interest rates, that is slowed down. It's put the brakes on that quite a bit. You might get 1 or 2 offers, but not much anymore, unless it's a really good home and you get some, a little bit of a bidding from buyers, potential buyers. Always allows your the events of pre-approval allows, I can't talk again, allows your lender to close on the home faster. Less documentation and stress for the service member once they are under contract. No surprises on what is required from the service member in order to close on the home. So once you get everything pre-approved and through the reviewing process and by the underwriter, it's going to speed up the process of closing on the home. And that is it. I'm going to unshare my screen. And thank you very much for watching this short video on the VA mortgage loan process and how to get out, how to apply and how to get the process moving and on your VA home loan. And like I said, if you have any questions, I can be reached anytime between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Monday through Sunday at 407-676-4109. Or you can email me at my company email address at ch3, that stands for Craig Helm 3, at Home for Sale Miami, Florida. That's with FL.com. And I'll be glad to answer any of the questions that you have on this type of loan. And if you need help with finding a reputable loan person or broker, I can point you in the right direction. And other than that, though, enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy the upcoming week. And I live here down in Florida, and the temperature it's like summer again. The temperature is into the 90s during the day. So and no rain so far expected, but hopefully we'll start getting some during the latter part of the week. So take care. Until then, Craig Helm, Realtor, Central Florida, and we'll answer any questions you have on the VA home loan process. So take care. Goodbye for now. Bye.